Good afternoon, hello, it's Daniel. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Today is another day of triathlon training. Today's my classic double day. The lunchtime run and the evening ride. Now what the sessions actually look like today are like this. I'm keeping the run controlled. I really want to get the most out of myself tonight on the chain gang. Loads of reasons really. I think it's going to be my second to last sort of intense workout before I'm on UK in a week and a bit. And I want to ride my mates. I don't want to get dropped, so for that reason I have to keep a lid on it on this run, so it might not sound like I'm running that easy. That's because running's hard when you're talking. But yeah, probably 9-minute mile or so today will be absolutely fine. Just sort of 40-45 minutes. Keep it controlled, keep that consistency we're running. It's my third run of the week. I'm trying to get one more in the weekend and pretty much job done running wise. So yeah, nothing crazy. It's really hot today. It's forecast rain all weekend, so I'm trying to make sure I get as much training as I can in today, anticipating that the weekend might not be as optimal as I would otherwise hope, but I'm trying not to stress about it. Normally I'd get a bit like, start flapping and trying to move my training around and so on. I'm actually just doing what I'd normally do, and I'll take it as it comes and trying to be more woosah. Anyway, let's get around this run. Man, that was deceptively hot. Absolutely dripping. Just under 9-minute mile in, which is steady, but that felt quite hard to do. Oh, hope I haven't done myself too much of a hole ahead of the ride tonight, but I couldn't really do any other. It was okay into the breeze, but as soon as I turned back with it, just like running in a sauna. Oh, done and dusted though. Okay then, evening chain gang time, and I'm really looking forward to this. And honestly, I've been thinking about it all afternoon. I love getting out with my mates. Fast, flat group ride. What's not to love? Right, Matlock route tonight, which is just now and back. So if any of us get dropped, we can jump back on the way back. I say that as much for myself as I do other people. New kit morale. This is the sub 7 range from Hoob. So it looks the same as the sub 7 tri-suit. The texture on the arms is slightly different. It's external rather than it being a suspended bridge something. But whatever, it looks cool. If it's fast, that's a bonus. And I'm going to need all the help I can get to stick it to the lads tonight, so let's get stuck in. I've also fully frozen my bottles. They're already defrosting, but I'm hoping they stay cold for a little while longer. I should be good in the heat.
Chain gang time then. Unfortunately, there weren't enough of us out to do like a proper conventional chain gang where you'd have 2 lines of riders, one line going faster than the other. But we just made the most of the situation we had. We had 4 riders from the start, and just did turns on the front. So you sit on the front of the group, you can go as hard or as easy as you like, for as long or as short as you like, and then you flick the rider through and drop onto the back. So it works really well for each person getting what they want out of the workout, but it's just not a chain gang. This is a little bit of a lump on the way out. It's only about a minute or a minute and a half climb, but I'm taking a lot of positivity from this. I've been dropped here many a time when the lads have to ease up at the top of the hill, or I have to chase back on over the top of the hill. I'm actually still on the group. I know there's not loads of us out tonight. I know they're not going flat out, but I'm taking the positivity when I can. Every little bit of weight that I'm chipping off week to week does add up, and I think every now and again I get a little glimpse of positivity. Talking about glimpses of positivity, Lee Tunnicliffe joined the route as well with Ruth about halfway round, and so, well, I'm going to get some footage of his backside, aren't I? So that's what the viewers want to see. We're just coming down now towards Matlock, so it's a bit of a false flat downhill. So we're going, 44 k's an hour. It's fast enough. Lee doesn't need to be absolutely drilling it. He's just checking that we're all still there. Yeah, don't worry, Lee, I'm not that out of shape. And this is, as much as I put a video up from this ride showing, we're riding fast and smashing it, I just want to show you how sensible we are when we get to faster areas. So Lee now we're just coming to Matlock, easing right up. Sitting up, we're all leaving big gaps between each other, at least signalling to slow down. It's a really popular area for motorbikers and for people out on the weekend cars and that sort of stuff, and driving out to Matlock for a chippy tea and whatever. So we've just got to be sensible through there. On the way back now I sort of worked hard in the middle part of the ride that I didn't want to empty the tank at the end. I have got half an eye on Ironman UK in about a week or so, and I think when you really go to the well and push hard and empty everything you've got, that does take a few days to get out of your body. So that's the bit I wanted to avoid. So here you can see I'm sat on the back of the group, and it is pretty cruisy. It's only a very slight uphill as we get towards our sprint finish, and I was just sat on the back. It's pretty surgy in places, but I know that I'm not going to be pulling through and trying to drop everybody, or even pulling through for the sprint finish. James Saxby dropped off a little bit I thought, oh, I'll just sit up and just tow him back on. He was actually going a different way back, so I ended up getting dropped from the group anyway. So that was the best scenario for me, to be honest. And I'm not tempted to try and get involved in a sprint finish that I'm not going to win anyway. So yeah, it was a good workout, a good ride. It was about 28 degrees Celsius as well, but I actually felt like I performed okay in the heat, definitely better than I have in the past.
Oh, there we go then. Friday night chain gang done and dusted. Now, of course, there wasn't enough of us to make it a proper chain gang, but it was still a good ride, good workout. I wouldn't ride that hard on my own, so it was good to get out with the guys and Ruth as well and to get a good session in. So yeah, really enjoyed that. I won't be on the club chain gang next week because I'll be in Leeds with a bit of luck. So that'll be the last sort of fast group ride before I'm on UK, which I'm a bit scared about, but you know, it's come around and I'm looking forward to it. Today's training I'm really happy with. I had thought about mixing it up a bit because the weekend looks really bad weather, but I haven't in the end, so I've just stuck to my normal routine. Really happy for it. Numbers wise for tonight's ride, I think I normalised just under 290 watts and I didn't ride flat out, so that's good. I am second guessing myself because I've committed the cardinal sin there of installing a new power meter, and I have had 2 good rides since then, but I think that's just coincidence. I'll be riding better anyway, so maybe I should put the old ones back on and see if there's any differences, but I almost don't need that. I need the good morale, so that will do. And if I'm going to use these pedals for like events on the horizon, if they're overreading, that's perfect, because that means that if I am going a little bit harder than I thought I should be, I'm going to be okay because it's overreading, not underreading. So yeah, I'm going to do a separate video talking about why I've swapped power pedals, and but I want to go into more detail about it. But I've essentially got the Favera Asiomas. No, it's not sponsored, but just had some issues with my previous pedals. But I'll cover that in a separate video. So that's it for today's training. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope your training is going well. I'm certainly enjoying every little bit of this at the minute, so hopefully you are too. Hit like and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And I've just been talking really fast, haven't I? But see you then.